And
Good morning, everyone.
morning.
A few meetings back, there was a comment made about the urgent need to protect the tracks in San Clemente from the storms that will be coming during next winter. While you have the Coastal Rail Resiliency Study underway, you've got the listening sessions and so forth going on. It doesn't seem to address that immediate concern about protecting tracks for next winter. What I'm wondering is what's going on with the plans for emergency remediation in the coming months. When our public comment session is done today, could you please provide an update regarding those plans, including materials to be used, permitting with the Coastal Commission, Army Corps, state lands, California state parks, and so forth, as well as a schedule for the work? Quick update, maybe a minute. Would appreciate that today. As always, I appreciate your efforts to protect the railroad while at the same time protecting our beaches. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, Dr. Susie Whitelaw with Save Our Beaches San Clemente. At your last board meeting, the question was asked, why should we provide a beach for San Clemente? Now, you've got to understand that when there's less than 50 feet of dry sand on a very popular state beach, public beach, and you use our own taxpayer money to put rocks on that dry sand, you are destroying the beach. And you have to do something else besides that. And if that solution is also good for the environment and good for the general public of Orange County, then that's a lot of good things that we should be working for. We actually agree with your staff that for 150 years, these tracks have experienced very few problems because they were protected by a wide sandy beach. In recent years, those beaches have narrowed and now problems are occurring. The obvious solution is to make the beaches wide again. Your staff and we also have pretty good agreement about what width the beach needs to be in order to protect the tracks and what quantities of sand would be necessary in order to achieve that width. We were asked by board members to develop a plan to bring that sand in. Prado Dam has the appropriate sand. It has 50 million tons of sand of any grain size that you could want. Orange County Water District needs to remove about 200,000 cubic yards of sand, which is about the quantity that we think we need. It has a nearby railroad, and BNSF and OCTA have provided cost estimates for rail transport from the dam to the siding at San Onofre. We have got cost estimates for then trucking that sand from San Onofre siding onto the beach. The total 5-year cost for this would be about $15 million for the state beach portion, as opposed to $100 million for an engineered revetment. There will be absolutely no disruptions to the rail schedule. The trucks would not be on the rails, and OCTA would in turn be allowed to put in a minimum amount of rock necessary to stabilize the tracks where absolutely necessary. The city of San Clemente, in coordination with SANDAG, is working towards more extensive sand replenishments that are perhaps 3 to 5 years away. And then after that, annual maintenance of the beaches would be pretty minimal. We are working with the appropriate regulatory agencies and elected officials to gain emergency permits for this work for the sand. The city of San Clemente has already budgeted almost $1 million for a follow-up scoop permit and environmental documentation, which includes this area, so that would be a huge contribution from them. We have been requesting individual meetings with board members to present this plan to you and to further understand your specific concerns, and we look forward to meeting with each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, Gary Walsh, Save Our Beaches, San Clemente. That same exasperated feeling that you had about why aren't we at the table with the Metro and the planning of the Olympics is the same feeling that we get from Save Our Beaches with the OCTA. Is if we're not at the table, then we must be on the menu, right? I mean, that's what we're hearing. So I hope you can understand our feeling on this. And also, you know, I understand the OCTA reluctance to engage with us at times because you're not sure of us. But we come to you with good plans and good solutions that I think are more economical than some of the ones you're facing. Earlier today, I heard a lot of talk about the video system and how we're going to implement the video system. Well, I do have to wonder how successful some of that will be based on some of the efforts I've seen by OCTA in the listening sessions. Because the first listening session, multiple stakeholders were not even invited, but were expected to attend. Some of them are from out of state, couldn't possibly attend. When we called to ask for some of the video that we saw, all the cameras working at that session, we were told, quote, "We don't know whose equipment that is." But later, OCTA posted video on their website of the meeting. And it was obvious that the recorder was on the entire time, but yet only OCTA's comments are available on this. The second listening session was a Zoom. All of us have been in Zoom meetings. You can see who's attending Zoom. You can see the comments and everything, but not on this one. Now, there is another one coming up this Thursday. I would invite all of you to join in, but not as a member of OCTA, but as a general public, and get it from our perspective, what has happened. And I think you'll see that their efforts to engage the stakeholders through these listening sessions are somewhat disingenuous. It seems like in the last one that the listening was all expected on the behalf of the public. The public was to listen what OCTA's position was, not the other way around. We weren't allowed to speak. We could submit questions, which we could listen to their answers. So again, hold your horses. You know, if you think that their video sessions will be of high quality. And I know that they're going to study to get you your videos. I know that that's going to happen. I hope it happens quicker than the studies that are going on with the sand, because those have been going on for several years and they haven't been able to produce anything yet. So thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
I'm Paul Hike. As far as the